Hello, everybody, and welcome back to your weekly dose of Star Wars fun and villainy. My name is Tyler Buck.
And my name is Logan Honsaker. What is up, you rebel scum?
Well, we're going to be talking about what if Luke missed the shot today. And, of course, you guys all know what shot we're talking about. The one where he was shooting Womp Rats back in his old B-62, whatever it was. It's like obviously showing I don't know Star Wars.
At all. We don't.
Yeah, not at all. Comment below what his ship was again.
Right.
What was it?
You said B-52, and I think that's a group.
That's the B-52s. Yeah, you're right. Anyway.
He's just riding on the back of the B-52s.
Let's rock lobster our way from this. And we're talking about the shot going into the Death Star. And we wrote some what-if scenarios. So Lucasfilm, if you're watching and you want to piggyback off of that Marvel what-if, you come to us for all these awesome ideas. You can also come to all of our social medias and whatnot, because this is our last episode of Fun and Villainy for this season. So if you want to keep in touch and know when we're coming back and everything, be sure to check us out on all of our social medias. That's it.
Cool.
All right, let's get into all these what if scenarios, because let me tell you, this is some prime storytelling. You won't believe the amount of thought we put into some of these. So what if scenario number one, there would what if scenario. So Luke, everything we basically see in the movie, putting his camera away, just everything is exactly the same as we see it in A New Hope. Yeah. And he just launches it and it just either misses completely or just slams into the side. So with knowing that, let's go into this. There would be an awkward period of time on the comms before Yavin 4 blows up. Since the Death Star was on its way to blow up the Rebel base, once Luke missed the shot, he could say it was, or you could say it was about to be as awkward as a Thanksgiving dinner during an election year over the comms.
Silence for about 10 seconds until Luke's comm goes hot. I mean, come on, guys. That was like 1 in a million chance. Maybe even 2 million.
Wait, was that it? Was that the shot?
Asks Leia.
Kid, tell me that Force thing of yours has another plan. And quick, says Han.
Yeah, old buddy, I gave it everything I had on that one. Guess Womp Rats really are a bit bigger than I let on, replies Luke.
You turned off your damn targeting computer, screams Wedge. We had one shot. You told us you could do this.
Ooh, tough crowd, says Luke. Listen, guys, I've been training pretty hard with this Force stuff, and I had a lot of confidence in what old Ben was telling me, and I really felt...
Who the hell is old Ben? That guy you were walking around with in the cantina? That creep?
Fellas, I think you're really overreacting to this. I know how the Force works, and I really think we're going to get another shot at this.
As Luke continues, his eyes begin to reflect the green glow of the super laser charging up.
And I just got to say that when the second chance does roll around, that I am the man for the job. I really feel like I'm going to be the one to take down this Vader guy. I just got a feeling, you know? Ah, well, let's do this again sometime. Lucky Luke, over and out.
So that's exactly what would happen.
Right.
And you wrote that, but I'm actually now kind of wondering, like, there's a cliffhanger there. He's like, Lucky Luke, over and out. So what happens after that?
Well, interestingly enough, that's actually the next scenario.
That's your next what if scenario?
Kind of go into a little bit more, flesh it out a little bit. So.
Okay. So what is your next what if scenario?
So the next what if scenario, everything at the top, he misses the shot, right, as we said, and then he just leaves. He just jumps right into hyperspace and bounces.
Oh, you mean like he just gets up and goes?
Yeah, he just gets up and goes. Like he just hyperspace, bam, gone.
Do you want to expand on that story at all?
Not really. It doesn't even. Think of Napoleon Dynamite. Kip backs over the Tupperware.
Right.
Dang it! And then just
so you're
imagining
that he kips it in a way. He misses the shot. Does that whole explanation, and then he's just like, dang it, and like busts out into hyperspace, goes somewhere.
Right, so take our first scenario, all that comm chatter, cut that out entirely. He misses a shot, and all you hear is, dang it, and then just, poof, and he's gone.
Everyone's like, oh, God.
Right, what has happened?
What just happened? They don't know. They don't have enough time to process it. They exploded.
That's really the like the foundation character motivation for Luke just really reclusing and going to hide.
He goes to Act 2 like decades early.
Way earlier.
But yeah, you talked about Napoleon Dynamite. That reminds me. Maybe in our post show, we can talk about what we did last night, where we went to a special screening of Napoleon Dynamite with the cast there.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Logan did not feel good.
No.
So maybe we'll have a fun discussion on our Patreon. At a certain level, you can see our post shows. But now, Logan, I would like to have you read something that I put a lot of hard work into, a lot of time
Yeah.
and effort thinking about this. And it's the idea that Chewie was kind of along for the ride. You know, he didn't get a medal. He got it eventually.
Right.
But he was kind of along for the ride. So I feel like he would have just been extremely confused as to what the heck was going on.
Right.
So go ahead and read this, and everybody just kind of dial back. If you have some tea, maybe sit back and take a couple sips of this. Ladies and gentlemen, Logan Hansaker, Chewie would have been extremely confused.
Chewie looks over at Han's mouth hanging wide open. No one is moving. No one is talking. Pierces through the comm system. Chewie can't understand many human languages, but he could pick out Luke's voice in a Gamorrean-filled arena after the suns go down. Luke repeats. Han is silent. Chewie is beginning to think that this is an odd way to celebrate victory over the enemy. The human race is still such a mystery to our furry friend. Chewie begins to throw his arms up in the air while screaming out a warrior's cheer. Did we win? Asks Chewie. Ugh, says Han. If there is one thing that Chewie can always appreciate about his friend Han, it's his sabacc face. Even in the times of pure joy, this man will still act as if they failed and everyone that they love is about to be destroyed. So strong. So stoic. Chewie recognizes this about his friend, smiles, and continues to cheer. Yes, I am so proud of us, Chewie proclaims joyously. We really all came through and did our part, even Luke with such an incredibly hard shot. I can't wait to hug all of my friends when we get back to Yavin. Han doesn't respond. He buries his face into his hands and begins to sob. Chewie pats him on the back. Clearly Han is exhausted from being such a great friend and co-pilot that he needs to take a little nap after defeating so many enemies. Why didn't it explode really big? Did we just knock out its power supply? A confused Chewie now begins to ask more questions as TIE fighters are approaching them. We did not, Wims, we lost, Han says without moving his hands from his face. Wow, I can see that you are really tired from fighting, buddy. So let me help you out by getting us back to our friends on Yavin 4, says Chewie. He reaches out and grabs the controls, turning them towards his most beloved friends in the galaxy. Chewie, proud, with a smile on his face, turns on the thrusters right as the Death Star discharges a super laser and destroys Yavin 4. Han lifts his head to see what is happening. Oh! Finally, Chewie thinks to himself. Han is finally letting himself celebrate this sweet victory. Chewie joins in with his cheering pal Han.
Well,
I can't do the Chewie voice.
It's a
never been
Muppet, basically.
I've never been able to do the Chewie.
It's like a Muppet running and screaming.
Yeah.
or it's Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah.
There's no middle ground.
Right. That's good.
As Han's like, no!
Yeah. Oh, well, he's saying no, but to Chewie,
It's like,
oh, no!
But no, that's what I think would happen. You know, Chewie is such a positive guy. Maybe even when he didn't get the medal in the original ceremony, when he screams at the end there, he's just excited to be a part of the whole thing.
Yeah, he's happy he's just up on stage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's like, this was awesome.
He just assumes, like, oh, they didn't know about me. They're just making my medal. Like,
they're making it big for my neck.
Right. Yeah, special Chewie medal. So optimistic Chewie is.
Here's the last one I would bring up is that Luke would really be trying to get Obi-Wan's attention because he needs to know why he was told to turn his computer off. You know, if we're going back, like all these what if scenarios, you know, wipe them from your mind. He just makes the shot. It goes, it plows right into the side, right next to the exhaust port.
Right.
And now Luke is there in the middle of this being like, what the heck? Why did this old guy tell me? You know, I feel like this would be the most realistic one. Old Ben told Lil Luke to turn his computer off and shoot it all natural. So it would be like all of that Sand Hermit's fault in Luke's mind. It would be Luke complaining for the rest of the Force Ghost life after that point, you know, like, hey, Ben, remember that time you told me to switch off my targeting computer and use the Force? you know, that thing I used like 2 times in my life, and then, oh, big surprise, it didn't work. And now I got to stay on the run from the Empire and the remnants of the rebellion. Yeah, that all worked out super well. Not many of us are really accustomed to being a hermit the rest of their life.
Right. It's kind of a catch-22 because, like you said, the rebels wouldn't want anything to do with him.
Right.
The Empire wouldn't. So his only connection would be Ben, just trying to talk to him as a Force
knock,
ghost.
Force ghost.
Like, oh, there's the guy who told me to miss the shot. Had a whole targeting computer set up and everything.
Right.
Oh, put that away. Just never gives it up.
And I wonder how, you know, what could he do? Like work on the Force for the rest of his life to be able to better communicate with Obi-Wan. He would have a whole different set of motivations to become a Jedi Master.
Like, it's not only like Luke's not waiting for Ben to contact him. Luke is trying to actively get to Ben. Like, exactly. I am going to make sure this guy hears every single day.
He's going to find Yoda on his own to figure out how to talk to Obi-Wan better.
Right.
He's like, hey, Yoda, don't worry about balancing rocks and all that stuff. I need to know how to talk to a Force ghost.
Right. I need to know how to get through to this guy who basically ruined my life.
Yeah.
For no reason.
It would be like, that would be one of the most like life-ruining things, is saying like, use the Force, Luke. Don't. And what makes me think of it too, couldn't he have used the Force even with the targeting computer on, or is the computer taking it over at that point?
Right, like maybe if you have your targeting computer on, it's only going to use that. He had to go, but even that is like, there's really a lot of trust. You know what I mean? It's like you could just basically pop in as a Force ghost to people, like, you know, close your eyes around the turn. You know, it's like, okay, I guess.
Oh, so you're saying like the Force ghost at some point could be basically like your GPS, you know, turn right in 3 miles.
Right, turn right into a lake. No,
close your eyes and turn left.
Right. It's like they have to be on the top of their game at all times.
Right.
Like, I'm not saying that they might even like knowingly give bad advice. That's not the Jedi way, but it's also not the Jedi way to always be right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
well,
it's
also,
like
Luke would be like very confused at that point of being like, hey, what is the point of me turning off my computer? Like, that's what I would be like.
Right.
If he saw me to turn it off, I would start having an argument. I'd be like, couldn't I just give it a shot? Like, at that point, it would have been too late. Now I'm arguing with the Force. He's like, no, really. He's like, no, really, definitely turn it off. And he's like, I don't think that's a good idea. There's a lot of pressure on me. Right. And you died. Like, you just kind of chose to dip out early. Was it just to be able to have this conversation with me?
You don't need that thing anyways.
Ben, stop talking to me. I'm trying to focus. I'm about to make the shot and you're distracting me.
Okay, 5 years ago I had a chance to invest in the targeting computer system and I didn't. I don't want them to survive, okay? I want the whole system to go down. It's a bad company.
Do you need credits in the afterlife?
Right.
At that point, he
just flies into the side of the Death Star. He doesn't even have
Vader's confused. He's like, whoa.
Oh,
okay.
Ooh, he's a little sad. He can feel in the Force.
Right. He was like, for some reason that felt familiar.
Ooh, I feel like my son just died.
yeah, I just had a very specific feeling like my son just died.
It's like, and then they blast Yavin, and now my daughter.
Wow, that's a very, I thought they died. That would be another what if, that Vader would die of a heart attack. He didn't know he had children that were alive, and he's like, whoa, whoa. His TIE fighter spins out and goes into the exhaust port,
and that's what still completes it, where it still blows up.
That's it. You heard it here first. But if you have a better what if scenario, post it in the comments wherever you can find this. And if you, like we said before, if you want to keep up to date with us, we're posting a lot more shorts and TikToks. Join our TikTok, our Instagram, our Facebook, our YouTube, our Twitter. You can find a lot of that stuff there, and keep supporting us on our Patreon. What do they get at Patreon?
Patreon, post show, Discord, show, post show. What is it? Post show. That's all you get, apparently.
I
You
was
just
about
get
to
the
say
post-show.
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf. You can get Shia LaBeouf. We have him half off.
Post-show Discord shout-outs.
Show notes. That's the one I was forgetting.
Show notes.
Post-show Discord show notes shout-outs. Shout-out has to come last because it's actually the segue into the shout-outs. Bam.
Yeah.
Facade down.
So shout out to you, Commodore Marroquin,
Commodore Marroquin.
Commodore Rayside,
Commodore Benti.
and Commodore Mellish. So we will be back with more fun and villainy in the coming months, maybe the coming years. Just keep an eye out on us. That's the way that you can do it, is on our social media. So hit us up there. But thank you guys for being with us every single week with this first run of fun and villainy. And let's just all leave this episode today thanking Luke for having a good shot, just in our hearts.
And thanking that Ben's direction was accurate.
Yes.
He was supposed to turn off the targeting computer. So, yeah, we'll just take some solace in that.
Shout out to you, old dead Ben.
Shout out to you, Ben.
We'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.